Hey there everybody, it's Thakard and welcome back to Skozo's Adventures through Star Wars Galaxies. So, Mambu and I were on our way to start the next episode a little closer to the Stormlord, so we didn't have to drive all the way. And while we were doing so, our splinters awoke. All of a sudden, a now familiar vibration and humming sound from the splinters in your backpack starts again. So, somewhere over here, there are crystals. Are they by the crash site?
I did not see anything there.
Okay. It has to be relatively close. Maybe one of these guys is holding something. Of course, when we were over by the old public facility, it was pretty far away from where it started buzzing. I just had a sound. Task complete, splinters awake. I got mine off of the one of these dudes. Did you get one yet?
No, I don't see any more dudes around here right now.
Yeah, I got mine off one of these miners that was out. So I'll wait for them to come back and we will...
Miners or these bandits?
Bandits, I guess. They were people.
People who look like miners?
Yeah.
Alright,
that's why they're bandits. All right. So yes, we're getting ready to start the next episode after Mambu led us astray in the Old Republic facility. And we're headed this way and we are going to be doing the Stormlord. And all that we could remember about Stormlord is that it starts somewhere down here from a guy on the side of the road.
Right
so
here.
that's where we're headed.
To the right.
Yep, I see it. Okay. Please don't tell me that you are on your way to join up with Dr. Namdat. Well, I suppose he calls himself the Stormlord now. I'm afraid I don't know what you're talking about. Phew, finally someone with some sense. You shouldn't travel any further up this road. That madman and his followers have almost completely taken over the whole valley. The only people they even tolerate are this group of scavengers who pays occasional homage to the Stormlord. Who or what is this Stormlord that you are mentioning? I'm sorry, I completely forgot my manners. I am Jural, a reporter for the Corellian Times. Perhaps you have read my column on galactic exploration. No? Anyways, I was out here reporting on Dr. Namdat's excavation of the temple ruins up the way. There are temporal ruins up there? Yes, a very large complex of them. Dr. Namdat was uncovering some amazing finds. It would seem that those ruins were once the main temple on Mustafar. He was on the trail of something big when the change occurred. He said that he had found evidence that a once powerful Jedi artifact was once housed in the temple and that it might have something to do with why Mustafar is like it is today. You said that a change occurred. It was subtle at first, barely noticeable. Sometimes you would get the feeling someone was watching you, or even though you were all by yourself. Other times you would hear, well, I could swear they were voices, but they were too low to understand. Everyone was feeling it, Dr. Namdat the worst of all. Go on. Dr. Namdat started to talk back to the voices. At first, when he would ask them about it, he would just chuckle and say that it was nothing. But after a while, we would catch him having a conversation with nothing. When we asked him about those, he would get very angry and tell us to mind our own business. Then one day, he just walked out of base camp and went to the Summit Temple ruins. Sounds like the good doctor just snapped. Some of us thought that too. But what happened when he came back left no doubt in my mind that those voices and strange feelings were real. The doctor was gone for a few days, and then one morning just showed back up. But he was different. He declared his divinity to the whole camp and ordered everyone to worship him as the Storm Lord. I was right. The doctor has lost his mind. Hush, let me continue. After Dr. Namdot made this proclamation, the sky darkened, and lightning began pounding the ground around the camp. The members of the team who were feeling the effects of that place the worst immediately dropped to their knees and started praying to him. It took others a little longer to come around, but eventually everyone was enthralled by him. Everyone but me and my brother Talper. I was going to ask about him. He doesn't look so good. Yes, I fear he is dying. While everyone else was worshipping the Stormlord, Talper yelled at him, calling him a fraud. Dr. Namdot looked at my brother with such venom and called him an unbeliever. Then he did something. He's dead, Jim. What do you mean, something? I don't really know. One moment my brother was facing down Dr. Namdot, and the next he was lying on the ground, writhing in pain. All the doctor did was wave his hands at him. Since then, Talper has been steadily getting worse. I don't think he will last very much longer, and as far as I can tell, there is nothing wrong with him. I can only assume that it is the doing of this Stormlord. Is there anything that I can do? Maybe, just maybe. I have been paying close attention to the goings-on in the camp, and I think I have an answer. The doctor immediately began sending his worshippers out to gather up more followers, and I was wondering why. Well, it would seem that none of them survived very long. Almost all of the groups of the original followers are dead. I've seen their bodies. They look drained. I am not following you. I think that the doctor is doing something to his followers that drains their life away from them. Perhaps this is the source of his power. If he didn't have so many people following him, maybe he would lose his strength, and he would lose his power over my brother. I know it is a long shot, but it's the only thing that I can think of. I will see what I can do about taking out his followers. Thank you. Try taking out some of his minions. I'm sure that if he loses enough of them, he will become weaker. Okay, let's go kill some Stormlord minions. That was a lot of dialogue.
Yes, it was.
Got quite thirsty doing that. You know what? I have to kill some Bliss Monks. So I'm just going to fight through these guys on the way to the minions. There are some minions up here, aren't there? If I remember correctly. No idea. You're supposed to remember all these things, Mambu.
I said there's a couple right here, literally.
Oh,
like
okay.
right here.
Oh, they're there. Hello, you. These are trained Blissmocks. Do you have a trained Blissmock?
Do not.
Were Blissmocks one of the mutations, or could you actually get DNA from them?
I think you got their DNA from somewhere, but I don't remember how you got it.
And how many more of these do I need to get? Deadly Raptors. Alright. I'm at 14 of 25. You know what? These aren't not counting towards the deadly raptors. Must be ones from a different area.
There's some
They
minions
count.
up there.
Yep. So this is...
Like literally up here.
Oh, okay. Sickness of the Stormlord. Scar's up here.
I don't remember if there's a quest for him or if he's like collateral damage.
I think it was collateral damage. Are you getting credit off mine?
Yes.
Okay. Why didn't you attack this man inside the wall?
Why did I or didn't I?
Why didn't you? Yeah.
I tried.
Some Stormlord minions down here. Now these Blissmocks don't like me either. Shame they won't give me the things I need. There's the Mambu. Alright. Return to Jural. Or do you need more?
No. Just trying to get in your vehicle.
You need a step ladder?
I do.
Sorry, you didn't pay for the step ladder add-on. The extra. Next time, you should think ahead.
I need a car booster seat in here too.
Nah. We don't believe in booster seats. Poor Mambu has never been able to ride any single ride at any theme park anywhere. You're back. How did your mission go? It has been taken care of. How's your brother? There hasn't been any change in his condition. Maybe the minions just are not powerful enough to have any effect on Dr. Namdot's strength. I think we're going to have to aim higher. I'm listening. Not all the Stormlord's original worshippers died. Some of them took on traits that were very similar to his. I call them zealots. They are fanatic in their worship of the Doctor. Maybe their strength adds to his somehow. If they were limited, maybe Talper would get better. I will hunt them down, the zealots, for you. Be careful. When I said they took on some of the traits of the Stormlord, I meant it. I have seen them do some very strange things. Okay, thank you. Damn it. Now we have to go through that all again. Like, why can't I just lash you to one of these, like, weird veiny things on the back?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Oh. They were up here somewhere, weren't they?
They were just past where we were at.
What, by the buildings down there?
Yeah, I believe so.
That giant lightning bolt? Oh, there's a tasty beverage in here.
There is a tasty beverage.
I'm gonna have this tasty beverage. Or multiple tasty beverages.
That's trolling us. It's hot on this planet. I'm thirsty.
Seriously. Hang on a second. What's this? Mineral survey device that actually has some properties. It can actually set the, how far it can scan.
Really?
Why? I don't know why.
It must be. They must be up on this one of these hills.
That was my thoughts. Oh, there's a commando in front of us. Zealots.
Some minion, zealots.
Couple up here. Just killing these guys while we wait.
There's some zealots up here.
Let's go get them. Found some more zealots. Doing okay over there, Mambu?
Is fine.
Senor Yadera?
You guys must play US on H&G.
With all the nade spam?
Yep.
Yep. That is always like the go-to joke because, you know, there is so much truth in it. Photon grenade? What's that? Oh, damn it. Okay. That was These are all guards up here, nothing.
Yeah.
I literally walked up to that photon grenade thinking it was a collection item. And then it blew up in my face. I went blind. More guys. Nope, not guys. That's a terminal. I need 3 more. How about you?
Yeah, same.
Okay, I know that there's a reason for these. And it doesn't interest me for some reason. I can't remember why.
We may come back to him or something.
We may. The rocks.
There's a zealot.
There's a zealot. Looks like he fell off of his perch. He was hiding under his bunk. Have they gone away yet? What? Have they gone away? All I see are minions and scavengers. Okay. Trying to keep all my glowy stuff all in one spot, you know? Miner's medallion.
Be right back. I'm gonna drive over here because I think there's some over here.
Okay. Huh. One of these guys dropped a holographic light source. It's been a long time since I've picked up any of those. Dimly glowing ledger. Okay.
I'd be wrong.
That's okay. It's not wrong to be wrong. It's only wrong to be wrong twice about the same thing. Alright. While we're waiting, I'm going to eat chocolate. So it's like, I forewarned everyone when they look at me as I'm like talking throughout the episode now, and they have like ugly teeth. Chocolate stained teeth.
Eat black jelly beans, so my teeth are probably black.
85% dark chocolate. If it had any more cocoa in it, I would just go downstairs and get the little container with the cocoa powder in it. You know? Just spoon it in.
I love dark chocolate.
Mm-hmm. I have some coffee. I have dark chocolate. Don't care about anything else, y'all. Who knows? You may have been right, and these guys just haven't respawned yet. Nope, I still think you're wrong. There had been a group in front of us, so.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a Storm Lord. Up, Zealots over here. Come up the slope, and then down to the camp, past the cannons. It's a camp at the cannons, if that means anything to you. A couple more inside of the building there.
Yeah.
You need one more?
Yep.
Here we go. Return to Juro.
Apparently she's never learned how to use a radio.
You know? That's one of the things I liked about the Old Republic. Is that you get to the next part of the mission in the Old Republic, you just, it's like, pa-ching! It's like a wristwatch hologram. Which is great because one of the classes I had when I was in college, and I went to college for game design and development. I actually have a degree in video games, programming, design, level design, quality assurance. I have several different certificates for different things. But that being said, one of the things that we did with it was for character design, is that we would create models out of clay of characters and then give them backstories and paint them and everything else like that. And draw. I could hear the sounds of battle all the way down here. I was afraid that you wouldn't make it back. Don't worry about me. I'm no stranger to a fight. Well, the good news is that Telner looks a bit better today. I think our plan is working. The problem is we're just not doing enough. Which got me to thinking, if the Zealots help strengthen the Stormlord, then maybe the more fanatic the worshipper is, the more powerful he becomes. Want me to take on more Zealots? No, I was thinking about someone more fanatical than all of these Zealots combined. The Prophet. He has a prophet? Yes, Dr. Namdat no longer directly speaks to his followers. Instead, he only talks to the most devoted follower, who then preaches to all the others. I think if you were to defeat the Prophet, the Stormlord would be so weak that he couldn't maintain control over Talper's sickness. Once more into the brink. Now, I must warn you, the Prophet is nearly as strong as Dr. Namdat is, and he will fight to the death to protect his master. There is no small challenge that I have asked for. Good luck. All right. Defeat this Prophet of the Stormlord. But one of the things, like I said, we would do is you would make these characters out of clay to better visualize them. And you would make them and paint them, and then you would write backstories for them. And one of the ones I made was, it was Star Wars, and I made a clone commander. And this was back before the Clone Wars was even like a thing, the series, you know? And so, and I made him, and one of the things that he had built into his armor is that he had a miniature holographic receiver in the palm of his hand. So he'd just hold his hand out, and a picture of whoever he was talking to would appear, you know? And it's like, then that became like, oh, is he in that tower?
Right. No, I think you want to go behind this mountain.
Okay. I'm following Mambu's directions. But yeah, it was just,
He's in that tower back there.
what, in front of us?
Yep.
Okay. It was like, it was one of those things, and then it was like, oh, that just appeared in the video game. It's like, yeah, man, I called it. It was great. Ah, yes, I remember this guy. I remember having to pull this guy, like pull the units off of him one by one. I think it was probably when I was doing like my dudes that did not have very good defense, so things like my commando and stuff like that. Or just being back in the day where you weren't as powerful as you are nowadays. Because he doesn't seem very powerful. Alright. That was quicker. But yeah, like it's long as getting back to what we were saying. It's nice in the Old Republic where you just get mission updates, you know, and sometimes mission completions on the run.
Yeah, it would be nice.
One of these days I'm gonna do more Old Republic. I'm gonna do my favorite one first, and that's by far Galaxies. Because the best thing about the Old Republic is the stories, you know? So I think I'm just going to go through and do a lot of the different stories there. Because it's definitely not the flying, because that's better in Galaxies. It's not the housing, because that's better in Galaxies. It's not the crafting, because, well, you know. The only thing is the stories. Some of them are quite good. Dral, I was very worried about you. I know the Prophet is no ordinary thug. The good news is that Telpar actually opened his eyes for a little while. That is how I knew you had won. Yeah, I beat the Prophet. So is Telpar going to be all right? I don't know. He still has a fever and hasn't opened his eyes since that one time. I'm afraid that there is only one way to make certain. We must ask you to kill the Stormlord. I figured that would come to this. Where is he? He's up on top of that hill where you saw him before. Ah, okay. Yeah, that was him, wasn't it? Let's go get him, Mambu. I don't know what those two guys were doing because I haven't seen them since, and seemed like they were going after those zealots up there.
Yeah, I haven't either. I don't know what they were doing.
Although they were interested in that pile of rocks, too. Okay. Got you. We're going to be doing that soon enough. In fact, we probably should have done that before this, but oh well.
What quest is it part of?
History lesson.
Oh, okay. We have to go back and turn that in.
Yeah. Well, the reason we didn't go back to turn it in was because we were so close to the Stormlord.
Right.
You know? Which is kind of funny because apparently it sends us to over here anyways. That often happens, though. I think what I'll do is I'll just set a waypoint with my ITV. That way I don't have to travel all the way back out here. You know? Waste all that time in a vehicle. It's really smart, the people that do that.
could do that, or I could throw a camp down.
Oh, you have a camp? That works as well. I haven't carried any camps with me, really.
Yeah,
I mean,
camps.
You know, I understand camps and why you would want to have them, but I just have never really carried them on Legends. Oh yeah, there is one of the shattered conduits. Doesn't this start something, or is this a part of something else?
I think it's part of something else.
Might be the history lesson. Because, which one pulls Obi-Wan? You know what I mean? For anybody that was... ignore that if you're a person who didn't want anything from further on ahead. Spoiler alert. I don't know if it's a spoiler alert, considering that it's called The Trials of Obi-Wan, right?
Correct.
And he also appears on the box art, if I remember correctly. I think there's a unstated rule that says if you appear on the box art, people can talk about you. Nice. This guy actually has a little bit of a...
There's a
154,000.
His throne too.
The Taskmaster. Nice, got it. I was like, please let me pick it up before the thing. You just gonna let your creature die?
No.
Rash. Rashy. There we go. Goodness gracious. Was there anyone in this tower?
Not when I came over here, but there's remains up there. But see, these guys in the front of it weren't there either. So there's somebody up there now.
Stormlord Zealot, so nothing of note.
So there were zealots over there, okay.
Yeah.
I had just killed them before I went over there.
How about we run over here really quick and we kill this guy?
Scar? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's part of a quest. Is he part of history lesson?
Maybe. Well, we'll get him soon enough. Oh wow, he's super weak though. I was hoping maybe he would have like some glowies or something on him. Not if he's that weak, man. That dude went down like a chump. Well, hurry up. Why are you walking so slow?
Smart ass.
You know? Cold-blooded creatures, man. I got a red Bondar off as someone. Not that it matters. Got so many of those. Dimly glowing bone. Caller of the Storms. Did you get your Caller of the Storms? That
No.
was always a decent one. Oh, you didn't loot one?
I think I've got one already because I've done it with my other guy.
You did it! Telper is already feeling better. He is still extremely weak, and it will take him a while to recover, but I can tell it is going to he is going to make it. You are very brave to help us out like this. Think nothing of it. So we just got the Mustafarian injector. No, it was something. Please, take this as a payment for saving my life of my brother. Mustafarian injector gives us some type of protection thingy. Okay. Oh, that's a fast travel one?
Yeah. Got a shuttle beacon in it.
Okay. It seems just very small.
It is a very small camp.
Okay. Oh, and now for the music. Or not? Do I not get the intro this time? Hey, no intro. Wonderful. All right, so we are turning in history lesson.
And yeah.
Who does history lesson? Ipo or Atia or something. Is he one of those guys in that back room? I think he's in the one across from... No, this is a surveyor. And that's Milo Minsick. I think he's one of these guys, right?
I guess.
Yes. He's in here. Skoso Thakard, you are back. How did everything go? There wasn't much data left, but I got what I could. Let me have a look at that, please. Ooh, this is very interesting. I wish there was more, but if that's all that was left, you say, too bad. At least this gives me some clues that shows that I'm on the right track. I am most grateful, my friend. Don't mention it. I'm glad it's of some help. It very much is. Now for your reward. Let's see. Where did I put that thing? You can keep the disc, by the way. I've already copied it down to my datapad. Ah, here it is. This helmet should be useful for someone in your line of work. What type of armor would you like it to be modified for? Not that it matters, because I'm a Jedi. Battle armor. Certainly, here you go. All yours. Very nice. It was a pleasure working for you. The pleasure was all mine, Skoso. If you find yourself looking for something else to do, come back and see me. I've got another lead I would like your help with. All right. Great to see you again, Skoso. I could use your assistance again if you have some time to spare. I was hoping you would say that. How can I help you, Ippo? While you were up retrieving the data log from that old bunker for me, I was out doing a bit of exploring on my own. To the northeast of us, but south of the bunker you ventured to, I came across some old buildings of unknown origin. Among them, I found a piece of an old tablet with some writing on it. Unfortunately, it has been shattered, and this is a bit of a small piece of the puzzle, so to speak. Did you find the other pieces? Indeed I did, but as I was looking around, I noticed I was no longer alone. I spotted some skulking figures moving around the area, also apparently searching for something. I didn't like the way that they looked and sneaked off before they could spot me. It's my hope that you could return there and see if you can find the other pieces of the tablet. Probably just some scavengers, shouldn't be a problem. For you, I'm sure not. Please be careful though. They might be more than what meets the eye. Don't worry, I will be. Good, I hope you can find the pieces. If the rest are about the same size as this one, my guess is there should be about 4 more of them. Okay. All right, let's see here. Yeah, most of the stuff we have left are just markers. Wondering how much is involved with this next part. Bail out of my vehicle. Call other vehicle. Travel and wait for Mambu.
How far do I have to go away before I can call my TV?
Base of the hill. I think we'll do the rest of this one probably, and then we'll call it for this episode. I think next time, instead of doing the next part of the main quest, I'm going to actually do a quick search on like the locations of the last fragment and the curse shard. You know what I mean? That way we can knock those out. Maybe we also next time we'll just do some of the markers. Just run about, have a, I won't say a chill episode, but because we're starting to get to a point where future things are going to be a little more involved, shall we say.
I'm surprised we haven't seen a marker over here, quite frankly.
Well, one of them was in the rocks, so... I was figuring there would be like one up here by this guy.
There should be. There's some remains up there. I wonder if there's one on that remain.
All right, let's go take a look.
Don't mind me.
Ah, among the pieces you find one of the tablet remains. Or among the remains you find one of the pieces. I mean, I guess technically both statements are true. You know?
Yes.
I mean, all that remained of that person were pieces. That guy really does not want to let you be, does he?
He does not.
Oh.
You're thinking there's some in those rocks up there?
Yeah. I know there are because I did a Google search on pile of rocks just because I was wondering what it was for, you know? And Mambu going to steal the glory over there. And it said it was part of the history
you can handle
quest.
it all.
Yeah, I know. Hang on a second.
Stupid Americans!
You're taking a beating all of a sudden. Nade. Every single American player from H&G would only play either, in this game, would either play officer or commando, you know?
Yep.
I mean, probably I would think they would play officer because not only do you get grenades, you also get artillery strikes and bigger booms.
Why are all these people attacking me? What did I do?
Probably because I'm not hitting my entice them to attack me button. I usually do, so I just not hitting it this time. I figured you needed to learn how to tank a little bit.
Where are these guys coming from? Are they calling in their cousins or what?
Yes. Of course, there might have also been a thing where I intentionally aggroed at like another 4 guys with an AoE effect. But we're not going to talk about that too much. Okay. Just checking buildings here. I don't see anything of note there.
I got one more to get.
We got one more to get?
Yeah, I got 3 out of 4. What do you got?
I have 2 out of 4. You must have killed someone.
Well, I got one off a scavenger you killed.
Ah, I did not get one off a scavenger I killed.
Well, let's kill some scavengers.
Let's kill some scavengers. Bwop! Nope. You know, that's why they were attacking you. They were like, I heard that guy took the piece. He took off of Jerry, the scavenger.
He stole Jerry's thing.
They were all friends with Jerry, the scavenger. You know? I bet you they hid it inside the tasty beverage.
Give me that beverage.
Tasty beverage. 2-minute duration. Plus 5 constitution, plus 5 agility, plus 5 stamina, plus 5 luck. Yeah. Scrappy beverage.
But it's tasty.
But it is tasty. Doesn't give you much in the way of a buff, but it's at least it's tasty while it doesn't help you much. Oh, scavenger. Aha! In the scavenge backpack, you find one more piece of the tablet for Epo. Mambu, I have a sneaking suspicion. You want to hear my theorem?
Let's go ahead and see if it's the same as my theory.
Scar.
Yeah, that's the same as my theory. Wait a minute, Doug!
I thought you were going to drive on your own. All right, come over here.
I like being chauffeured.
You know, who doesn't? It's like, you know people like being chauffeured because whenever someone says, hey, I'm going for a ride, everybody goes shotgun because they want the best chauffeur spot, right? Hang on a second. Let me see. We'll gist him over here so we don't have to worry about the other guy. No, come over here. Last time we had a fight, you had to fight everyone else, and then you complained about it, so I'm trying to be nice to you. In the robes of the slain woman, you find one of the tablet pieces for Epo. So now we get to return to Epo, I assume? How long is your thing here for?
250 minutes, I think.
So a while is what you're saying.
Yeah. Should be a while.
Gotcha. All right. Let's see what Epo has to say about this.
Well, these guys could be a little closer to the front. They know we're working for them. Why can't they be in the front room waiting for us?
You know, it is a big facility. It has a lot of quests in it, though. I mean, just the first episode was me just running around reading quests. Skoso Thakard, please tell me you've had some luck. I've had nothing but misfortune lately. Sorry to hear that. Yes, I do believe I have all the pieces. You know how to make an old man happy, my friend. Let me have a look. Yes, this is perfect. That's all of them. Very interesting. I will get you a copy of the translated text. Give me a minute. Thanks. I'm curious as to what it will say. I bet. After all the trouble you have gone through. All right, the translated text is done as well. Another job well done, my friend. I wouldn't have gotten anywhere without you, and I am most grateful. Now, for your reward, I have come across a stash of weapons, and I was wondering about your preference, a rifle, carbine, or pistol. I'm gonna grab a pistol. Not a problem. Here you go. I wouldn't have gotten anywhere without you, and I'm most grateful. Thank you for everything. It's been very interesting. I'm glad to hear that, Skoso Thakard. Well, I'm afraid this concludes our business, for now at least. Take care of yourself, and thanks again. Alright. So what does this tablet say? Mustafarian lore disc number 2. Crystal powered by my fellow knights is functional just as intended. The Sith are all but powerless, and victory is within our grasp. I am concerned about the cracks that we have spotted in the crystal structure, though. What crystal could they be talking about? The first lore disc, hang on, we'll read that one too. The enemy is at our very gates. My men have fought valiantly alongside the Jedi, but our losses are terrible. The Jedi claim that they have a plan to turn the tide, but I don't know if I can trust them. Major Thuan Hugh. I wonder if that actually ties into one of the quests, like the Fragments of the Past.
Yeah,
I mean, it's the only...
I don't remember.
I mean, there are like 2 different crystals that we're putting together, you know? So maybe it does. Alright guys, that's going to be it for today. We did the Swarmlord stuff, and we finished up the a history quest. So next time we are going to kind of clear out a lot of the journal that we have going right now. So a lot of these markers we're going to take care of, as well as Curse Shard and the Fragments of the Past. So that's our goal for next time. So you all have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you all later on. Bye-bye. Thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. You guys are what makes this channel grow. So hit that notification bell, and you'll be notified whenever I post something new or go live. And please always remember to bring it no matter what you do.